Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your August 2022 Astrological Forecast. Thank you so much to my subscribers. I really appreciate your continued support. And for those of you who are return viewing, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so right now and click on that notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. Anytime any of you guys have any kind of interaction with my videos, okay, like, sharing, commenting, subscribing, whatever, okay, it helps to keep it in circulation or put it in more circulation, okay, so, which really helps my channel to grow, okay, and helps me to put out these videos, period. So I just want to thank you so much right now, okay. So anyway, Sagittarius, okay. Well, the sun is still in Leo, your 9th house, okay, up until like the 20th. Let's see here, 22nd rather. And then it moves into Virgo, into your 10th house of your career, okay, your most public house. It'll really kick up starting in September, you know, but at the end of the month is when all that starts, okay. So the sun in your 9th house, you are the natural ruler of the 9th house, okay. It means that, you know, maybe you are doing some traveling. If you haven't been able to do anything, you know, planes are still being canceled, you know, at the airports and stuff are still crowded here in America. A lot of flights are being canceled, okay? So it's kind of hard to travel. You're a big road trip kind of though person, you know? But maybe you wanted to go somewhere where you actually have to fly, too far to drive, okay? Anyways, though, you might just, you know, have the opportunity to take a trip, okay? If not, you know, the 9th house is long distance anything, okay? Long distance communications, not just travel. It's also social media and publishing, higher learning. You may even be starting a class right now or teaching one, okay? August, you know, kids are going back to school here in America, and a lot of places. When I was in school, it was the beginning of September. So these kids really, you know, but I think they have more days off than I did when we were in school when I was going. So I don't know. It just seems too early to be starting school, but that's it. Okay. Or you know, you could be just learning something on your own, not in a traditional classroom kind of thing, you know. You are the sign of adventure, okay, so could be something like that. You could be into, I don't know, treasure hunting, anything, paranormal, anything. You know, you have the planet Uranus in your 6th house here. Of the kind of work that you do, it has altered whatever kind of work that you're doing, unless you're still clinging to a job that you hate. I mean, you have to do something for money though, right? But there's still something on the side that, especially with Mars being in Taurus since last month, up until like the 20th. Yeah, and then it moves into Gemini, okay? But anyways, having Mars in your 6th house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do has made you either taken on a new side job, you know, or something that you've created yourself. It's beginning to bring in money. This is what you would like to be your main source of income. All kinds of stuff. But anyways, this having the planet Uranus in your 6th house makes your line of work a little bit unusual. You know, not everyone does it maybe. So, and it's creating a trine to your midheaven, the very top of your chart in Virgo. So it is helping you like pursue some new kind of career. Something that's more you. Something that you've always wanted to do and now you're really doing it, okay? So you could actually though be learning something more that pertains to whatever it is that you do. You're getting in a little bit deeper, you know, maybe there's ways that you can branch out in your new field, so maybe that's what you're learning now at this time. You could also be just like, you know, like Venus is here up until the 11th, so you could have been a lot of communication and that contact with someone who lives at a distance. It could be romantic, could be just friends, you know, but you could be just in touch with someone that you haven't been in touch with for a while. So that continues up until the 11th. Now there's a full moon in Aquarius on the 11th. Okay, it's directly, you have Aquarius in your 3rd house. It's directly across from your 9th house of Leo. Both of these are communication and travel houses. But this full moon in your 3rd house, okay, of like the written word even. But it's also verbal. You know, you could get a text message or email, or somebody could even direct message you on social media about something. You know, it could be some kind of news, you know, that it could be whatever. It might not even involve you. It's just news that you're hearing that is a little bit surprising, not necessarily good or bad. Full moons bring issues to the surface where they can be dealt with and done away with. So now maybe you are even discussing something back and forth. It could be with a media or publishing thing that you have, whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you have a YouTube channel or a podcast or something of some kind or other. And maybe that's changing in some way, but it's for the better, okay? You could have a collaboration. There's somebody that's really going to be pushing for that in the near future. So I'll get to that in a minute. But whatever comes out around that full moon, it's some kind of communication that you may find alarming, but it may not even pertain to you. It may be about someone else. Not necessarily bad news, though. That's all. Okay? So there's actually a new moon in Virgo on the 27th in your 10th house of career. Okay? The sun will be here on the 22nd. Mercury is here from the 4th on. It's like really moving very, very fast because it moves into Libra on the 25th. So Mercury's only going to be in your 10th house for a very short period of time. But it is the ruler of Virgo, so it does really well there. You could be getting an awful lot of attention at this time with the sun here, obviously. You are on display or you're in the public eye around this new moon. Could be some kind of new beginning. It could be a new position even in your career. If you're retired and you don't work at all, you are still in the public eye. Your personal reputation and status, you know, people are discussing you. You are the topic of conversation for one reason or another. Okay, but it's all good, all very good. Let me see here. Venus, yeah, Venus is in your 9th house like all month. Okay, then it will be moving into your 10th house next month, which will make your popularity even more, make you even more popular, okay? But it will be because of the way you look. You know, there's something about you, your beauty, your style. Right now with the sun and Mercury here, people are just talking about you, period. Anything about you. And this new moon could bring some kind of new offer even, okay, around the 27th for a new position of some kind. Like I said, even if you don't work at all, it's still some kind of status thing, okay? With Mercury moving into your 11th house on the 28th, it's not going to be there, I'm sorry, the 25th, not going to be there too long till the end of the month, but I will just mention that I'll cover it more next month, but Mercury in your 11th house makes you want to socialize more than you have recently, okay? Your 11th house is your house of sociability. It's social media, but it's also socializing in person. Okay, so you want to possibly get together with friends that you haven't seen. You haven't seen them in person. Okay, but if you're not able to do that, you're still socializing online a little bit more than you have been. Okay, and you're having an awful lot of contact with people from other parts of the world. Okay, foreigners. You are the ruler of the ninth house, and you do govern foreign anything. So it's not a big surprise. Okay, it's the norm for you, more or less. I want to say, though, just briefly, Venus does stay in Cancer in your 8th house up until the 10th. If you needed to borrow money, if you needed some kind of help at the bank, or approach someone to borrow something of theirs, some kind of thing that I always say, like equipment or something like that. That 8th house is other people's resources and money. So resources are anything, and people are also resources. So if you needed someone to help you with anything, even if it's to put in a good word for you, okay, as far as your like publicity or your career goes or your status goes or something like that, that's still on the table. Even when it leaves the 8th house, it's still going to be helpful, but right now it's more helpful if you have need to approach someone that's not approachable. They're unapproachable. Okay, anyways, I do have to mention Mars moving into Gemini on the 20th. I thought it was the 21st actually, but it's the 20th, okay? In your 7th house where you have Gemini. And this is going to be here up until March of next year, beginning of March. So your 7th house is your close relationships and partnerships. This is the house of the business partner, the romantic partner, the close friend, okay? This is the house of agreements and arrangements, the house of like contracts and lawyers. It's also the house of open enemies and competitors, okay? So somebody could be competing for your attention. I believe that's possibly what's going on here. Is someone is leading up to, they've either already approached you somehow socially or whatever. And when Mars moves into the 7th house, they kind of move in for the, I don't want to say for the kill, but they are very actively pursuing you for some reason or other. It could be that because they do want to get some kind of partnership with you as far as business goes. You could possibly be doing something right now that they're interested in, okay? And maybe you even have a lot in common, and they feel that the two of you would work really well together. So that's something to consider, okay? This is going to be very active, though, with Mars here. So you could have more than one person approaching you for a collaboration of some kind. Now, same thing also goes with romantic partners. You know, you could have more than one person to choose from, even. It seems like for some reason, you know, you know, could be very popular in this area, okay, where people just, even they just want to befriend you, not necessarily romance, doesn't always have to be. This could also bring, though, someone that this is the house of open enemies, okay, so this meaning that, you know, you don't get along with them, they don't get along with you, everyone knows that it's no big secret, not even a big deal. So, you know, at this time, this person can act up at this time deliberately, just do things to push your buttons, to try to get you to act up, especially in public or out of character or something like that, you know, to just, it's very childish, it really is. So you already know who this person is, right, by me even just saying that. So it's just something to look out for. It's also competition. This house is the house of competition. So I would have to say in business, there could be someone competing with you for your business or for your clients or something, or for the attention that you are getting. The same thing with romance. Somebody could be competing for your attention in this area, you know. So just remember, this is going to give you an awful lot of energy, though, in this 7th house. It will give you more opportunities to make lasting arrangements with people or collaborations with someone that's you know, very active in the arrangement. You know, they don't just get like sit back and expect you to do everything. You know, they're going to be a partner that is really going to work with you and do exactly what they said. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, well, the planet Uranus turns retrograde on the 24th, and so all of the outer planets are retrograde now. From then on, this is like Jupiter through Pluto. So if things seems like they've slowed down a little bit, they have. The best thing to do with a retrograde planet is use it as an opportunity to review the area that it's retrograding in and changing your mind about anything. But you know, with Mars here still in the, your 6th house, where you have Uranus in Taurus, okay, up until like the 20th, you're still getting an awful lot of work done. And in fact, I want to say an ex or old employer could contact you about work that you've done in the past, or could be an old client or something that's looking you up to do work for them again. You're having like repeat like sales or whatever it is that you do. You're having a repeat customer or client come back into you know, into your life, more or less. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini, and those dates are the 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for money is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 27th, and 28th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 10th, 11th, 12th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So I hope to see you guys next week. Check out my weeklies. There's some aspect. There is an aspect on the 1st, actually, that you'll be interested in. It's Uranus and Mars conjunction. Also check out my website. I'm having problems with it, so I may be changing hosts in the future. I'm not able to update anything. Whatever. If you need to know anything, though, about a chart, all you have to do is email me at the email address below. There's also a link there to ask me a question, which is for those of you who only want to know 1 or 2 things about your chart, and you don't really need to have your entire chart done, fully done, whatever. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for this month, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.